Right now, a disappointing start to the postseason for the Brewers. We have the highlights from Game 1 of the best-of-3 wildcard series.
Plus, community input is being sought as the Madison School District considers the type of candidate it's looking for in its next superintendent.
And House Speaker Kevin McCarthy ousted from the role. How far-right conservatives and House Democrats teamed up to vote him out. That's all coming up at 10. There's nothing quite like October playoff baseball. American Family Field was rocking tonight as the Brewers began their push to the World Series.
Milwaukee hosting Game 1 tonight of the Wild Card Series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, if you're wondering, didn't the Brewers win their division or something? Why are they in this wild card round? Well, sports director Zach Hanley joins us now to explain. Zach?
Yeah, so of the 3 division winners, the teams with the 2 best records advanced straight to the division series. No surprise, that was the Braves and the Dodgers. So the Brewers, with just 1 day of rest between the end of the season on Sunday and the start of the playoffs today. Game 1 of the best-of-3 wild card series against the Diamondbacks. And Milwaukee started hot, up 3-0, but Arizona was tied in the 3rd. Then in the 4th, Gabriel Moreno with that solo shot gives the Diamondbacks the lead for good. Brewers fall 6-3, so it is a must-win tomorrow night at AmFam Field for the Crew. Coming up later in sports, we'll dive a little deeper into that Game 1 loss.
All right, Zach, thanks. Now, Game 1 did just wrap up the last 20 minutes or so. And News 3 Now's Jalen Banks. He is at American Family Field after that disappointing loss. And Jalen, the mood there, well, it can't really be all that good among Brewer fans.
Yeah, guys, I'm here walking amongst the thousands of Brewer fans that were just at the game, and you can definitely feel the disappointment. As Zach said, the Brewers started off hot, and just as fast as they started hot, they cooled off just as quick. Luckily, it's the best-of-3 series, and hopefully these fans that came here proud and excited tonight can leave proud and excited tomorrow. Fingers crossed for sure. Reporting in Milwaukee, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
And ahead of first pitch today, Brewer fans took to the parking lots to tailgate, celebrating the return of postseason baseball in Milwaukee. And for some, simply being able to share October baseball with loved ones is really what makes the playoffs special.
Oh, it's wonderful. Been a fan, obviously, for a long time. You know, here with my son today, who's been really lucky to get to experience this over the last 5-6 years. He doesn't maybe understand the struggle that it was for a long time before this. So we're really excited to get to be a part of this. It feels like all the time now. It's just become a routine in our family.
So Milwaukee will fight to stay alive. Elimination game tomorrow. Game 2 set for 6:08 p.m.
Well, the man who created the Green Bay Packers G logo that we all know so well has died at the age of 83. John Gordon was a young art student working as an assistant equipment manager for the NFL team in 1961. Hall of Fame coach Vince Lombardi had the idea of putting a logo on the Packers helmets for the very first time. Well, Gordon whipped up the famous logo and went on to be an adjunct professor at St. Norbert College in De Pere. He passed away Saturday after a long battle with Alzheimer's. Well, we are squeezing out every last bit of summer.
That's right. Temperatures for the rest of the year likely will not be as warm as they were today. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has more on when it'll start to feel a little bit more like fall in his first warn forecast. Gary?
I think just about any time, but in the next couple of days, we'll certainly notice it. It's going to be very unlikely that we see temperatures into the 80s for the rest of the year and until next spring. Time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. Beautiful sunrise in the east. Clear skies for the morning, then some cumulus clouds in the afternoon. Then we started to see some cirrus clouds move in from the west along with a couple of stratus clouds. Doppler track, though, shows rain out to the west of us across parts of Minnesota and Iowa. Looks like a pretty solid line of rain heading in our direction. Take a look at 6-hour future track radar. Maybe a couple of showers making it to the Mississippi River early tomorrow morning. The air is drier in Wisconsin, and so it'll take a while for the rain to reach us. High temperatures today here in Madison, 84 degrees our high temperature, 84 in Janesville, but it was warmer to the west, 87 in Boscoville, 86 degrees in La Crosse. And right now, temperatures are still well into the 70s, a few upper 60s north and east of Dane County. But here across Dane County, everybody reporting temperatures at or above the 70-degree mark. As warm as 76 degrees in Belleville and 77 in Sauk City. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy. It'll be unseasonably mild overnight, low temperature dropping to 68. Later, I'll take a look at the chances for rain and how cool it'll get at the end of the week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Breaking news out of Baltimore. There's been a reported active shooter at Morgan State University. What we know right now is there are multiple victims. Everyone on campus is sheltering in place. Stay with us on air and online at channel3000.com for any updates. We'll bring them to you as we receive them. Well, what kind of person do you want to see in charge of your child's school district? That is the question Madison parents, teachers, and community members have been discussing this week.
Arman Rahman sat in on Madison Metropolitan School District's second community input meeting as they continue searching for a new superintendent.
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, Madison school board members say on the road to naming a new superintendent next March are these 3 public input sessions across the district. They say turnout at last night's meeting at Holtzman Building was a bit light, so they were hoping for a bigger variety of people tonight at La Follette High School.
So I'll tell you a little bit about the superintendent search timeline.
The big question guiding these meetings, what do you want to see in the next superintendent of MMSD?
I think the next superintendent has to be open-minded, has to be community-minded.
Is in touch with the variety of voices.
District officials and the CEO of Alma Advisory Group say responses like that from this week will be used to craft a job description and interview questions.
We want to hear people's lived experiences. We're going to share them in a public forum with the board. We'll be sharing what we heard, and that information is going to inform every single step of our screening process.
That's why they want to hear from more parents like Kirsten Kansteiner, whose kids go to Nuestro Mundo, and Frank Ellis.
I'm seeing one particular group of parents not feeling comfortable sending their children to our schools. And so my concern is that there be the sufficient transparency in curriculum for them to be put at ease.
Kansteiner checks off 2 boxes. She's also a teacher at Nuestro Mundo Community School and wants a superintendent who is transparent with everyone about why decisions are made.
I think some of that to some extent can happen by watching the board meeting videos, but that's something that not all teachers have time to do.
The school board and Alma Advisory also wanted to hear from community members and leaders. Gregory Jones of the Dane County NAACP says to help students, a superintendent needs to engage with their community.
Attend black churches, other churches, community groups, sit in on some community meetings, because a lot of those meetings is where discussions occur about issues relative to our students.
Now, if you missed the last 2 in-person meetings, you still have the chance to attend one tomorrow night at Val Phillips Memorial High School at 6 p.m. Otherwise, there is an online survey that will be open until Friday on the district's website.
Armand, thank you. Total reports to Wisconsin's school safety tip line nearly doubled during the last school year. That's according to the Justice Department. The Speak Up, Speak Out line was created by the Office of School Safety back in 2020 for students to share safety concerns while at school. It has received more than 7,500 tips in the last 3 years, but more than 3,700 of those came during the 2022-23 school year. Concerns that students call about include threats of violence, drug use, and threats of suicide or self-harm. Over 1,100 tips, nearly 30% were to report bullying. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says budget cuts are coming to the city. The mayor says every city department must cut their budgets by 1%. The city is getting fewer revenue sources than comparable cities in almost any other state in the country. This funding issue means the city disproportionately will continue to rely on property taxes. Mayor Rhodes Conway claims the state's legislature's restrictions on property taxes make it tough for the city to keep up with costs. The mayor reassured property tax increases won't be by much, but it takes extra effort to support the city.
Dairy farmers from around the globe are here in Madison this week for the annual World Dairy Expo. Held at Alliant Energy Center, this is the 56th year of the event, which started back in 1967. On hand there today was Governor Tony Evers. He was there to see how the expo was going and sample some freshly made cheese. Today was the start of the trade show at the expo, which is the largest dairy-focused trade show in the world. A reminder, if you'll be driving near the Alliant Energy Center, expect some delays near the John Nolan Drive and Rimrock Road exits on the Beltline, as people will be coming and going from the expo all week. A historic day on Capitol Hill. Kevin McCarthy removed as House Speaker after lawmakers voted him out.
The fallout causing chaos on Capitol Hill as lawmakers figure out what's next. Skylar Henry breaks down what the move means and the reaction from lawmakers.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
In a dramatic showdown, the House ousted Kevin McCarthy from his job as Speaker, making him the first Speaker ever removed by a House vote. McCarthy spoke Tuesday evening, announcing he will not seek another run at the position.
I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else.
Chaos is Speaker McCarthy.
McCarthy's key GOP rival, Matt Gaetz of Florida, sparked the historic move by forcing the vote on the motion to vacate.
The reason Kevin McCarthy went down today is because nobody trusts Kevin McCarthy.
You all know Matt Gaetz. You know it was personal.
The now former Speaker angered right-flank members of his party by working with Democrats on a funding bill to avoid a government shutdown. Before today's vote, McCarthy said he was prepared for the outcome.
Keeping government open and paying our troops was the right decision. I stand by that decision. And at the end of the day, if I have to lose my job over it, so be it.
Moments after the vote to remove McCarthy, his close ally, Patrick McHenry of North Carolina, was named Speaker pro tempore. Over the weekend, the country just narrowly avoided a government shutdown, but that fix was only temporary. The clock is ticking. That short deal runs out in 43 days. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
More local stories are ahead just after the break.
You may have noticed sections of red concrete being built on roadways across the city. We'll explain what it means for drivers next at 10.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee Angus Reserve Boneless Chuck Roast, just $4.97 a pound. Buy two, get two free on select Pepsi products. And Campbell's Soup, just 99 cents, only at Hy-Vee.
Elevate your savings at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, and office chairs and earn up to $1,500 credit toward the purchase of additional stressless furniture. Or receive $400 off the purchase of any stressless signature base or cross-base recliner and ottoman. Don't wait. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Cristexa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Cristexa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Cristexa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Cristexa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Cristexa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with iCare's dual eligible special needs plans. Our members get $1,800 per year with a card that's loaded monthly to pay for items such as eligible groceries, over-the-counter items, rent, and utilities. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Call us today, and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee Angus Reserve Boneless Chuck Roast, just $4.97 a pound. Buy two, get two free on select Pepsi products. And Campbell's Soup, just 99 cents, only at Hy-Vee.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Tay Diggs is in the house. You were in the original cast of Rent 25 years ago.
25 years ago. Don't I look good?
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Madison's new bus rapid transit system is expected to be launched in fall of next year. And recently, some of the new stops along the future route have been getting some attention for their distinct color. They're painted red, something Metro Transit's transportation planner says was an intentional decision to make it stand out to drivers to know they are approaching a bus stop. The color also helps lessen the visibility of the wear and tear these stops will take on over the years.
That way, when it wears down, it'll always be red. It won't require any maintenance or upkeep as the years go by. This concrete had to be replaced anyway, so it was relatively low cost to change it from gray concrete to red concrete.
Now, the concrete is being mixed with a red pigment instead of the gray we usually see, and cities like San Francisco and Chicago have already implemented similar designs.
Dane County Regional Airport is adding more non-stop flights to New York City and Washington, D.C. Both Delta Airlines and United Airlines added flights from Madison to LaGuardia Airport and Reagan National Airport. Those routes are already served by those carriers, but the additional flights allows for more flights to the East Coast. When you hand your car keys to a valet, you trust that your vehicle will be treated with respect, but you never really know what's going to happen.
You know that scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? The valet takes the car, Cameron's dad's car, on a joyride. That's exactly what happened to an Alabama man after leaving his Corvette with a valet at the airport in Birmingham. Those giggles are from the valet driver who took the car on a 4-mile spin, just 4 miles around the airport after the car was dropped off. When the car owner picked up the Corvette, he saw there were those 4 additional miles on the odometer. He reviewed that onboard video and learned what had happened. The valet who took the car was fired.
Well, did you know it is illegal to skateboard here in Wisconsin on public roads? Democrats and Republicans are working together to change that. Emily Fannin has details on the new proposal.
This is my self-care out here.
This skate park in Madison is Scott May's happy place. It's where he and many other skaters can socialize and, of course, try out some tricks. But just riding to and from the skate park can be a risk.
Like if I want to go to the Amico over there and then skate out of the park, skate down the street to the Amico to get a bottle of water, I'm technically violating state law, and that doesn't make any sense to me.
Under current law, skateboards are considered play vehicles, and it's illegal to ride them on public streets or roads. A bill that's gained broad support would change that.
Under the bipartisan bill, municipalities could still ban skateboarding if they want, but skateboarders tell me just having it illegal everywhere just seems odd.
It would allow municipalities to pass their own ordinances on when and where skateboarding on the roadways is safe.
Penalties for skateboarding violations include warnings and sometimes fines that can range anywhere from $10 to $50. And based on our review, some police departments are more strict than others. We contacted 5 police departments in southeastern Wisconsin that have skate parks in their communities, and none said they have issued a skateboarding citation over the last 2 decades. But in Madison, police issued 80 citations in that same time period. It's why lawmakers say it's time to ease restrictions across the state.
It's not necessarily that a police officer is going to give a citation, but there's always that threat that you're doing something that is ostensibly illegal. And so even if it's just a warning, you know, thrown out there, it prevents kids from just being able to go about their business.
If passed, the bill would treat skateboards the same way inline skates are treated in Wisconsin and leave the matter up to local jurisdictions to decide. New at 10, UW-Madison wants you to vote on one of 4 ice cream flavors to honor the university's 175th birthday or its demi-semi-sepcentennial. Now, through the end of Friday, the campus community can vote. Potential flavors include flamingos on the hill, a strawberry ice cream with chocolate chips and sprinkles, or how about the 175 s'more years, a s'mores flavored ice cream? Well, whichever flavor gets the most votes will be announced at the end of the year and will be available at the Babcock Dairy Store and around campus early next year. To vote, just look for the story on channel3000.com. Well, it is early October, but ice cream still would have hit the spot earlier today.
Why do we put these stories before weather?
Why not, Gary? That's the question.
Well, today you would have had to eat that ice cream pretty quickly because it would melt. It is just very warm out there. It's been that way for the last 4 days. Getting some nice weather pictures. This from Roy Warren in Fort Atkinson. Pretty picture of the full moon a couple of days ago and lots of sunshine today. 3 things you need to know in our forecast, though. We'll see some rain chances tomorrow and then again Friday afternoon as a couple of cold fronts move through. The first one will drop temperatures a bit. The second one, though, a little more significant drop in temperatures, highs only in the middle 50s for Friday into the weekend. And some frost is a possibility by early Sunday morning with low temperatures in the upper 30s. High-resolution radar, nothing across southern Wisconsin. A few sprinkles up toward the Twin Cities, but we'll widen out the radar view. And you can see a line of showers and thunderstorms. Some of those have been severe through parts of Nebraska and South Dakota, but they're now racing through Minnesota and Iowa. Looks, though, like we're going to get some rain because pretty solid line of showers and storms there. Take a look at 6-hour future track radar as those showers and thunderstorms reach Wisconsin. You can see, again, the majority of them heading up toward La Crosse, at least the first batch, and notice how they weaken. The air is just a little bit drier across southern Wisconsin, and that will limit the amount of rain that falls. In fact, future track precipitation, you can see that even the second batch of showers that will come through on Friday is not going to amount to very much. So the rain out to the west is there tonight. The rain to our south and east is for Thursday. And in between, that's where we are for tomorrow and then for Friday as well. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. It's actually pretty nice out there. Partly cloudy skies, very mild. As we check out the almanac for today, our high temperature topped out at 84 degrees. The record high, 85. We missed that by a degree. 56, the overnight low. That was only 10 degrees above the average high temperature for this time of year. Still 74 degrees at 10 o'clock, but notice the dew point, 57, humidity 55%. Not very humid out there, and a nice breeze out of the south. As we look at high temperatures today, in the 80s statewide. Green Bay did tie a record at 86 degrees, but temperatures were in the mid to upper 80s through much of the central and southern Midwest. St. Louis did top out at 90, but it is cooler to the north and west. Once these showers and thunderstorms come through, the cooler air starts to work its way in, and there's even more back to the northwest into western Canada that'll be dropping in for the end of the week. Planning your day for Wednesday, look for a high of 77 Mount Vernon, 77 in Pine Bluff, 78 in DeForest. Again, a chance for a shower or an isolated thunderstorm, but not a lot of rain. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 78 Madison, 75 Watertown, 79 degrees in Lone Rock. Still above normal, just not as warm as today. Tomorrow in Madison, 78 degrees for a high. It'll be breezy as well. And again, a chance for a shower or an isolated thunderstorm. But future track rainfall, again, very little, probably less than 1/10 of an inch in most areas. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, 72 Thursday, that'll be dry. Friday, some showers in the afternoon. And then those temperatures stay only in the mid 50s for the weekend. Nighttime low temperatures, upper 30s for Sunday morning with some patchy frost possible. But we're back to around 70 by the middle of next week with some rain chances toward the end of the week.
And coming up in sports, it's now win or go home for the Brewers. What went wrong for Milwaukee in Game 1 of their wild card series? That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The moms have a brand new show.
Are you having a great time?
I'm Mom So Hard Ladies Night. Saturday, November 18th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. Shh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
When it's time to remodel your home, lean on the experts at Brothers Maine for all things appliances. As Madison and Janesville's local appliance authority since 1938, our experienced staff will make your project easy from concept to completion. Better than big box, Brothers Maine has a larger selection, lower prices, and professional advice to bring your vision to life. On time and on budget. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
It's Ford Truck Month. Time to defeat any task in a Ford F-150 with all the capability, productivity, and technology of Ford F-Series. America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. So get to Ford Truck Month and get into a built Ford tough truck.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Lease a new Ford F-150 STX for $419 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Once you pick up an Arby's cheesesteak, it's gonna be tough to set that thing back down. Hey, put it back. The commercial is not over. Arby's, we have the meats.
Progress means producing renewable fuels for trucks on the road today. We're partnering with farmers to develop these fuels using everything from plant byproducts to cow manure. And then using those fuels to help lower the life cycle carbon intensity of the transportation industry. Driving the world forward today while forging new roads to the future. That's energy in progress.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance.
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Their harmony and great country music that brings people together. It's Rocket Club. Performing live Friday, November 17th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
For the fifth time in the last 6 seasons, the Brewers are playing baseball in October. Up first for the Crew, an NL wildcard series with the Diamondbacks. It's just the second ever meeting between the two in the postseason. The first was back in 2011. Milwaukee won that series 3-2. Looked good early. Crew up 1-0 in the second, and Tyrone Taylor sends a 2-run bomb to left. Milwaukee goes up 3-0. But Corbin Burns didn't have it on the mound. He went 4 innings, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits, including back-to-back home runs in the third. Brewers fall 6-3, and now it's a win-or-go-home situation for the home team. A lot of teams say they're a family, but Wisconsin football truly is. There are 5 pairs of brothers on the team. One set are the Ruccis, Hayden and Nolan. And for them, having the opportunity to be Badgers together is something those two will never forget. Hayden was the first.
Intense. Hayden's just intense about life, everything. You see that out in the football field when he's out smashing dudes' faces in.
Then 2 years later, little brother Nolan
Blows me away how smart he is, but he would forget his head if it wasn't attached to his body sometimes.
joined him at Wisconsin.
When I made that decision, you know, it was awesome for me knowing that I was going to be playing with Hayden. There's a reason a sibling would choose here after one has come here, and I think that speaks volumes if you think about they must be doing something right here at Wisconsin.
And like any other older brother would,
As separate as we live, we're together pretty much all the time, whether it's on the field or off the field.
Hayden's been there to show Nolan the way.
I feel like ever since we've gotten to college, we definitely have grown a lot closer, get along better, and I think that's just being, you know, part of the same team, being a teammate.
And being a Badger together.
Doing it with a guy that shares the same blood as you, yeah, it's tough to put into words just how special that experience is. And I think in the moment, you can kind of take it for granted, almost not think about it too much. But then when you step back, just feel like one of the luckiest people on the planet.
Something these brothers will cherish forever.
Super special, and I don't think you get that anywhere else. So it's really been an amazing experience having them up here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Wisconsin Huddle on Friday at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. If you'd like to come out for a live taping, we'll be at Buck and Honey's in Monona for the next 6 weeks, starting Monday, October 9th, with special guest Braylon Allen. We're back after this.
Dear first place, how do you get to the top? Just keep on climbing. Yours, Tacoma.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
At Lawton Cates, being prepared and confronting every aspect of your injury case with honesty, integrity, and innovative solutions has earned us a reputation for excellence in representing the injured. Because at Lawton Cates, your life counts.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
It's never about, in the game of golf, just one thing. It's everything. It's all-encompassing. In Golf Galaxy, we are your team. And if you have a question on your equipment, your fitter's here for you. If you have a question on your swing or something mechanical, our Class A PGA professionals are here for you. If you need help fixing something, our club techs are here for you.
We have the fitting bays, we have the TrackMan, we have Biomech putter fitting system. When you come in, we want to fit you with the right apparel, the right footwear. We have everything that you could possibly need to improve your game.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentix works for me.
Cosentix helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis, serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentix.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Dear first place, how do you get to the top? Just keep on climbing. Yours, Tacoma.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Donate kids' winter coats at Clinky Cleaners during Coats for Kids.
The Late Show is back and the critics are raving. Watch what is going on. So interesting. Plus John Oliver tonight on CBS.
And also back is Gary Canalti. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, quiet out there right now. There is some rain out to the west across Iowa and Minnesota. It looks pretty solid coming in our direction. But look what happens 6 hours from now. It just barely makes it to the Mississippi River, and a lot of that heading more toward the north and east. High temperatures today here in Madison, 84. Missed a record by 1 degree. Janesville, 84. 87 in Boscobel. And these are current temperatures, still well into the 70s. Madison right now, 74. Looks like temperatures only drop into the upper 60s.
All right, Carrie, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.